I'm going to do the cold intro.
Yeah, you said it.
But it's hot. Now, it's dashboard hot. It's Chick-fil-A, leave your 8 count on the dashboard, go to the fucking pool, come back, and you still have a baking 8 count.
Well, the
dashboard
now the
hot.
chicken's
It's
just
so hot.
Now the chicken's just dried out at this point.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
it's
it's a scorcher. It's a scorcher, guys. And you know what? I think we have a very hot show tonight.
Well, James, it's funny. James, my nephew, he rolled in with me to my house today, and it was still a little early in the afternoon. But I have no AC in the car, like I've said. And I was like, "Are you going to be okay?" And then on the way back,
his dashboard hot?
His
in
uncle
there?
Ryan was like, "Hey, you want to catch a ride with me back over to the house?" And I'm sure James maybe calculated that real quick, like, all right, now it's 1:30, and now there's still no AC in that car, so I should probably go with my Uncle Ryan on that one. That's probably a good call. Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go! Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday, around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube Live. You can go to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube, subscribe to the page, ring that little bell. Ring, ding, 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 ding. That's right, guys. And this is episode 98. We out here. Like I said, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. If you can't catch us Thursdays, make sure you tell all your friends. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. Tell all your friends to catch us wherever they get their podcast drip every Monday.
And if you can't catch, I don't want to talk to you. Okay,
well,
we need some really good outfielders. Okay,
just can't. Yeah, we need outfielders. We need shortstops. We need people who can catch. Right,
tired of
put your glove in front of your face.
We don't even have a good catcher. It's really just me, Dad, and Ryan, and we're out
lobbing balls.
We got a first baseman, we got a third baseman, we got a pitcher. We got nothing else.
That's all you need,
nothing
really.
Else. Yeah, well, we don't have a catcher. I'm throwing it towards the damn fence every single time. If that batter misses it, which is the point, that ball goes straight to the fence.
By the way, we need to send a check to the beer guy that keeps walking up and down the stands for nobody.
He has a house account for us. So he just hands us over beers over the.
When Adam gets back on the show, we'll have a catcher.
Yeah, exactly. He was good,
and he hated it.
He was hard on the knees, man.
Oh, but he probably had wild balls being tossed at him all different directions. Like, I mean, would you be done? I would be.
As a catcher, I always equivalated being a catcher with like possible getting hit in the nuts every single game.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like that ball. Every time I see that thing bounce and it goes right toward their nuts, and I could just see Adam just like,
yeah.
No, it was the fact that he had to
the pop flies
if he
got
didn't
him.
stop and he had to get up and go to the backstop and then go squat back down, then get back up. He hated it. He hated it.
That too, the wild pitches. It's like, can you get accurate?
Why do I
please?
got to catch again, Dad? Because you're the only one that can stop the ball.
Yeah, these
Put
pitchers
the damn
suck.
catcher's equipment on and quit whining. You're catching.
like we said, guys, episode 98. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We have birthdays, per usual, celebrity birthdays. Got a call from Brenda. She's going to call in. I feel like I tried calling her the other day, and, I tried. She didn't sound like she was at Honeymooners, so I don't know what she's up to, but we're going to talk to her a little bit later. We're going to do a little Did You Know That tonight? It's been a while since we've done that. I came across a Beatles story that I did not know. Surprise.
Yeah, you told me about it. I'm not going to spoil it, but it's very interesting.
And then I looked up some Beatles facts, and I was like, I wonder how much else I don't really know about them. So we have a little bit of that.
Started to what do you know about yourself now? You're like,
it made me kind of question my whole, because I consider myself to be a Beatles aficionado. I consider myself to know a lot of trivia and things about them.
You just discovered like the flat Earth Beatles theory.
Well, it's like there's several versions of the Bible. You know what I mean? And every once in a while you stumble on a different version of the Bible, and they teach you a little bit more. You know, so not to equivalate the Beatles with gods, but
they are.
But they are. That's why I still haven't seen them live. You know that, right? Like, I can't personally think of seeing Paul McCartney live, even though he comes around still.
You will probably bawl your eyes
because
out.
I just don't want to see. I think of them as different deities, like different entities that aren't of this world. And I think if I saw one in person, my head would explode and my entire purpose in life would be... I just got
done listening to the Gaslight edition.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like it. I was listening to the breeze on the way up here.
It's pretty
We
good.
was stuck in traffic. That lightning game is a bitch, I'll tell you. But we was listening to the breeze, and it's pretty good. It's brilliant, mate.
Your Pop Mike
It's
is
brilliant,
a good lad.
Yeah, he's a great lad. He's a great lad.
Great lad.
Funniest part was Mike, actually. Funniest part.
I was driving over with James and we did karaoke in the car.
I liked him. A great bit.
A great bit.
Well, shit. That's awesome. So before we start tonight's show, the first thing I want to get into, Apple, which there's been plenty of news on Apple over the last couple of days. Apple has released the very unobtainable Vision Pro, which is at a nice market price value of $3,499. I'm not sure exactly what this thing does yet. Maybe we'll get into that in the show in a little bit. But one thing Apple promises in an update later this year, it's finally coming, you guys. It is finally coming. And hopefully...
AI voice?
Hopefully Apple does it, and then hopefully Samsung and everybody else follows suit. But it's finally coming. Apple, in an update later this year, they claim they will finally get rid of the autocorrect that changes fucking to ducking in text messages. And that is just a step forward in humanity because... Apple, we never...
You lied.
Dude, they've been sitting on that for like...
Spell correct.
Probably 15
spell correct.
years.
We never mean ducking. Like, use context clues.
Are you ducking?
We're saying
kidding me?
fucking. And it always autocorrects to ducking.
They are
so
the
Apple,
troll.
in an update later on this year, they will finally get rid of the algorithm or whatever it is that makes that thing change to ducking.
Dude.
And I think that's a step forward in humanity, I think, honestly.
It's also like one of the best troll move I've seen played out. I mean,
Dad, what would you say?
Years,
what would you
dude.
say?
I agree. I mean, I agree with anything where spell check.
Duck
spell
off,
check,
man.
Sometimes you almost like have to delete all the way back and just like, you know what? I'm just going to type the damn thing because this asshole can't
Well, you do
figure
voice to text, right?
I do a lot
most,
now, most of the time.
I noticed that the other day. You did that, and I was like, oh, okay. And then that makes sense because some of the texts you text me are pretty long, and I'm like, no way this guy sat here and texted this whole thing out.
I used to.
Oh, yeah. But I noticed the other day that you were using that, and
Speak a little slower.
Is it pretty accurate?
For the most case.
But you have to go back in and...
There's a couple words every now and then. The only thing with your phone is, like with your tablet, you can skip past and just go to what word you would want to change.
It gives you like 3 options maybe?
Like arrows down there.
Yeah.
Where on your phone you can't. If you got to delete it all the way back to where... That's not what I said.
Yeah, no. Well, now you can say fucking, and you don't have to worry about it saying ducking because.
Yeah, and I don't really say that. I don't think,
but yeah, I don't think you've.
But
ever...
I don't. I like the fact that. I mean, the fact that it doesn't have this. They're getting rid of that spell check option because. Sometimes you say things on there, and it's like. What?
Well, like
I didn't say that at all. That
so I always correct instead of going way back.
Well, you always think about it for a second. You're like, wait, how did I say that word? Maybe it did kind of sound like...
No. It's just a word that maybe sounds the same, but spelled differently, that just has a whole different meaning. And I'll just, if I'm sending Mom a message, just to let her know, once I get to the end of the message, I'll hit enter again, and I'll type, I meant this. And then I'll put spell check.
Yeah.
Well, also, though, it's interesting that this hasn't been figured out. Well, again, it's like a long troll because I've never talked about ducks. I've never talked about going duck hunting. I've never talked about ducks crossing.
You've talked about ducks.
So it should never...
The mighty ducks.
I've said...
That is one thing. Yes, you're right. And then also you could say like... we've never been like, oh, dude, this guy...
Oh, the
guy was throwing tomatoes and everybody was ducking.
Yeah, I duck.
Or we were in a dodgeball.
I don't know that I've ever said like everyone was ducking. Like I've never.
Yeah, it's never been really a part of my like text. But
Duck,
also,
I'm sure you probably never said everyone was fucking.
That was L.A. But
that was
also,
a long time ago.
Apple, that whole thing might be negated because they're coming out with if you record your voice. they now are going to have AI very soon where you just speak a few words, kind of how you do the face recognition on your phone. You're going to speak a few words. It's going to catch up your thing. And then that way, voice to talk. And then I can basically just say, blah, 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 blah. And then like my voice goes to your phone.
I can just say like, AI.
So that
AI
that's
me, go have a conversation with Ryan. I'm busy texting somebody else.
Oh, dude. There's one Silicon Valley
It's
episode
just, well,
about
I was
that.
just about to say,
amazing.
it's just like that Black Mirror episode with John Hamm, where he puts the lady inside her like Alexa.
Oh, we're all doomed.
It's fucked. It's fucked. But we're not doomed because there is a new generation that's going to come up and they're going to save all of us. And I think we have a member of
James?
that generation today.
It's on your
special
shoulders,
guest-
buddy. No
Every-
pressure.
every once in a while in a young man's life, they hit a certain point. They might have had to ride on the sidelines for the last, year and a half and watch the show as a bystander. They might have had to sit in the corner and be quiet during certain episodes of the show. But every once in a young man's life, they hit a certain age where they are given a microphone. It's kind of a tribal
And they
thing.
save
it's
up
like
enough
it's like
money.
a tribal, and they save up enough money to donate their $1,000 fee to the Breeze.
get on the show. So
That's-
we
that's-
appreciate
that's important.
that.
And they first got to show that they can have an interest in music and play guitar.
Absolutely.
3 chords.
Also
at least,
true. Also true.
that go together.
So we're very happy to have a very special guest on today. It is time to introduce you, Mr. James. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm just in the moment. How are you doing?
I love that.
How you
I
liking the
love
show
that.
so far? Good
Oh,
show
I'm
so
loving
far?
it.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm watching really often.
Yeah. But now you're on today, right?
Oh yeah, it's a game changer for me
kind
to
of
be
like-
on today.
It's a game changer, he says. Well, guys, this is our nephew, Dad's grandson. This is Adam's kid, and he's been waiting in the wings for about a year and a half. He's been on in the background. If you look at some camera angles of some of the shows, if brother Adam is on the show, odds are James is sitting somewhere in the camera shot. So you can always see that, but. James
This
is
is a
now
rite of passage,
James is
my
now
friend.
in summer getting ready to go on to sophomore year of high school, and I feel like that's basically when you kind of get your learner's permit, and I think that's a reasonable time to get on the show, man. So
Yeah,
I'm glad to have you.
take a turn to
buddy.
podcast
I'm glad to
town,
have you.
you know?
You've been having a good day.
Oh yeah, been having a great day.
Yeah, good day. I picked you up at 10:45 a.m. today. From here, from the Tiger Cage.
Oh yeah, that car. I mean, I'm glad I was not on in that
Was he
car. on
standing
the way
out in the
home.
driveway with
I
his
knew,
guitar case?
I knew that I had to ride home with him ASAP. He prompted it, and
Yeah.
I went with it.
Yeah, because the AC was probably working in his car, and I had to
we
roll.
had that thing up to full.
Did Jeremy tell you what time he was going to pick you up?
No, I just
You just stood at the end
randomly
of the driveway
rode
with
in
your
the
guitar
driveway.
Well,
I'm
case?
like,
I did text our co-producer, and I told our co-producer to tell him have his ass ready to leave the house at 11, and I showed up at 10:45. And he was ready. He was on the couch, and we headed out, dropped off the gear that we need to put him on because it doesn't normally hang out here in the Tiger Cage. And then we went over to Tiger Kennel A, and where we have the drunken cover, where we do in that room with the drum set and the guitars and everything. And Uncle Ryan came over as well, and we had
Jam,
ourselves a little
baby.
jam session. We jammed. James played drums for a little while. James sat on the wall for a second like a wallflower, and I made him get back on the drums. Ryan and I played a little guitar and played a little bass, and Ryan played drums for us. It was fun.
Did you guys record anything?
Well,
We-
we kind
so-
of like stumbled around a new
so
song.
here's
a
what we
cover,
did,
But
Delete that.
So
session.
we were trying to we were attempting to for the first time. James has never even heard this song, and he was on drums.
no, I've
Not a-
heard it. I've heard the song
Okay,
before.
so you have, but not a hard drum part, but like also.
Here comes the mail.
oh,
It's a different person.
Not yet.
Hang
Yeah.
on.
So
It's not the same guy that was here last week, right?
I don't know. The
I don't
guy
know.
last week was different from the
I feel like
the normal guy. Here we are. Once again. Here it comes, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail, and when it comes, I wanna wail. Mail.
He's got earbuds
He didn't
in.
hear us this time. Well, he had earbuds in last time, but he started laughing.
I know.
He started laughing last time.
It was
so
a
I
We'll get
different
we'll
guy.
get him next time.
Well, you
Alright.
got mail right when he was opening the slot.
I tried
That really
to.
is
I try
like-
to time it perfectly. Anyway, it's like a new addition to the show because we start.
love it.
It's because
I
of this time we
love it.
start at. It's a new start time. It's fun. We do. It's just like Mr. Rogers. Remember, You know, like someone would pop, or Pee-wee's Playhouse. You know, the mailman Lawrence Fishburne used to play the mailman on Pee-wee's Playhouse. But yeah, we're just out here having a good ass time. So anyway, you've been hanging out. So he comes over to Tiger Kennel A. We got the drums set up. Dad asked a very valid question. Did we get anything on tape today? Well, we certainly tried.
We had some bites. Let's just say we had some nibbles out there in
James
the water.
hasn't played drums in a while. It was still great. My bass playing was a little off,
and
I didn't really know what I was doing. And Ryan was playing
Woodstock.
guitar.
I was at Woodstock.
What were you trying to play?
Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Very, very steady, easy beat.
So we were trying to play that, and it was funny because we played it along with the song.
You guys probably played it all well amongst yourselves. You just didn't play it all together.
No, we did.
Well,
So we played it along with the song the first time, and I recorded it, and then I just took out the song. But I was like, let's just play along with the song because we need the song to kind of tell us where to go. And then James is like, let's do it without the song. And I was like, okay. And then we just all sat there and did it. And then it was more apparent that it sounded like dog shit. But it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
And we also played other songs. We played a lot more songs.
This is our first show together.
you know what? It could have sounded like dog shit.
And we just
but
wrote a new song.
More of like a dog shit on Manhattan sidewalk.
No, yeah.
New York
it
City.
was
It's like a polished dog shit.
It was fun. Yeah, we had a good time. And like I said, we did play other songs, so it's not like we just tried to focus on something for the last 45 minutes that we were there. We were only there for 2 hours. So, the time was limited, and we took cigarette breaks. So we tried to do something for the last 45. No, not him.
Yeah, well, he bought the carton.
Also, advisory, even though we out here in They Call Us the Breeze like to have our beers during the show, it is definitely made sure that James, knowing his age and everything, I need you to understand that he is drinking Coca-Cola. He is not drinking any alcohol, and he is not imbibing in any sort of way. He is just here on his own merit, dealing with our asses.
How do we know you don't have rum in there?
Hey, you could have a little Rumpelstiltskin in there. A little Rumpelstiltskin.
I like mine with lettuce and tomato.
It's not confirmed and
Heinz
it's not
57
denied.
and a French fried potato. Not confirmed nor denied. Yeah. So we're going to get into a little bit more with James, but the show's going to roll on. We got celebrity birthdays coming up next, guys. Taking a quick little commercial break. James, what do you say, man?
I say let's go.
Dad, what do you say?
Roll it.
All right, Ryan.
I'm going to press power on this AC unit.
Yeah, let's do that, guys. We'll
It's
be right
getting
back.
heated.
Bye-bye.
I'm drunk right now.
Dive as fuck.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another segment here on episode 98 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. On a beautiful but sunny but kind of hot June 8th.
Very
this
warm.
one for June 8th. Very warm. We're getting
Super
there.
warm.
And we're not even in the warmest part of it yet, which just pisses me off. But, we bitch about it every year, and you guys got to deal with it. I apologize. But we're out here with James. James, say what's up.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, and we're out here doing celebrity birthdays. And whenever there's a guest in the room, everybody gets to default to the guest at least once. James is a lot younger than we are. How old are you, James?
I'm 15.
15. So he might not know any of these people. So I strongly advise against both of you gentlemen
I know very few of them
from
usually.
choosing James as your backup in any circumstance.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
But either way, it's time to do some celebrity birthdays. Dad has a 259 score, and Ryan has 274. So he's only 15 points behind tonight, where he started 16 points behind last episode. So,
brick by brick.
brick by brick. And Dad goes first tonight, so he gets 3 options to answer first. You guys feeling good? You feeling lucky? Here we go.
Feeling
Very
great.
good.
All right.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! It's your birthday! Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party here.
Okay. All right. First birthday we have up for you. Dad's up first. This one for June 8th. Ryan, avert your eyes, pervert. Here we go. First birthday we have for you. I mean, most people just call him Ye. He used to be married to Kim Kardashian. He came out with The Freshman and The Sophomore.
The Graduate.
The Graduate, all this stuff. He's a
808s
rapper.
and Heartbreaks.
I personally don't like him. Ryan's probably listened to his music more than I have, but he's a joke in the media these days. And
he's going to run for president, right?
yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. See,
Well, he may change his
even
mind.
Dad knows him. Very happy birthday
Presidential
goes out to
candidate.
Mr. Kanye West.
They backed out of that pretty quick.
All right, Dad.
I'm going to say 47.
47.
Fun little fact, Dave Wachowski and I, when we were on our way to Gasoline Alley, back when Gasoline Alley, 808s and Heartbreaks came out, and we sang that whole album together.
Well, you know what an 808 is, right?
Yeah, it's like a beat.
It's the Roland sampler that
Yeah.
they came out with. But yeah, go ahead.
He's 45, man.
Fucking split the goddamn
46.
point, boys. 46. Both of you close as shit to a double. Dad said 40, and I was like, come on. And he missed it by one, and so did Ryan. But good job. Split the point. You
All
each
right,
get the point.
that's a wash.
All right, wash for that one. Ryan, avert your eyes. Perfect. Next birthday we have up for you. It's not the first one we've had on this program. It's the oldest brother of that that trio of comedic actors. A bunch of black guys. Two of them wrote
Wayne's
all
brothers?
the
There's
scary.
more of them?
Well, the
Yeah, I thought there was only two.
well, so there's what is it?
Keenan?
Yeah, which one is this? Man?
The two that are in the movies together, like Scary Movie and everything. Marlon and Damon.
Damon.
The older one,
Is coaching like New Girl? Is that the one?
you know what? I'm not even sure which one this is, but this is the one who was on In Living Color.
Who else
back
got the part, man?
He was in Living. He was on In Living Color. Jesus, between 1990 and 1994 with Jim Carrey. That's where Jim Carrey got his start. This is the Wayans that was on there. This is a very happy birthday goes out to Keenan Ivory Wayans.
He is. If Carrie's up there,
Those shows were-
66 years old.
Yeah, I'll go with
No
65.
clue who he is.
Ryan said 66. Dad said 65. One of you got the double bubble. Dad gets the double bubble,
you
baby.
mother!
65 years old. Happy birthday, Keenan. We love
Jackie
you.
Chan. Fuck.
Pays to go second a lot of times.
Wayans brothers? There's more?
Who else got the part?
If you notice, when one
Nah,
of
man,
us
tell
guess
me,
an
man.
age, unless we really know, the next age we guess is one number off.
Yeah. Well, Dad hit it. Dad hit it right on the nail. All right. Next one Dad might know. He might remember her from ER. She was the curly brunette-haired one from ER back when, back in the
We used
golden
to watch
days.
ER.
Yeah.
You're talking about the George Clooney.
George
days?
Clooney, the woman that the white woman with the curly black hair. She's also been in like cop shows since then. A very happy birthday goes out to Juliana Margulies.
I don't know,
Juliana.
but ER was on a long time ago, so I'm going to say 64.
I'm gonna ride your back and buys. I'm gonna say 66.
Should have went lower, gentlemen. She's only 57 today, but Dad gets the point.
Damn it.
3 to
right.
1, 3 to 1.
Happy birthday,
Winning
Juliana.
We're winning today.
All right, this next one, Ryan, avert your eyes, pervert. I saw you hooping and hollering when you saw the picture of Juliana. All right, this next one, she needs a hero. She's holding out for a hero to the end of the night.
Anyway.
But he's got to be fast, and he's got to be strong, and he's got to be fresh from the fight.
Really?
Really? Nobody? Bonnie Tyler? Bonnie Tyler song?
Oh, okay.
There we go. Bonnie Tyler, happy birthday
Is it
to
my
you.
turn?
And she also did Turn Around.
Yeah, we're talking
Total
we're
Eclipse of
talking
the
like
Heart.
80s.
Denver, the Sunshine State, gorgeous. I'm gonna say
80s,
she is
Ryan's up first.
70. No, 60.
Sorry, Bonnie Tyler.
What are you saying?
69.
8.
Nice.
Ryan will get it. She's 72 today.
Hey, you're closer. You're saying 70.
Yeah. Bonnie Tyler.
I mean, like
Once upon a time, I was
early
falling
80s,
in
70s,
love.
maybe 70s.
Now I'm only falling apart. Nothing I could do.
Who do you think like
Probably was
equivalent
70s.
of
When was
Jimmy
that
Buffett?
song out? Do you know?
Who's what?
what year that
Probably
song
like
came out.
82.
Late 70s or
I would
early
say
80s?
like 82, something like that.
I knew it was a little while ago.
All right. Another musician, our last birthday tonight. Dad is up first. One of the founding members of the duo that founded a very, just prophetic new wave pop group in the 80s that kind of dominated the scene. Not Flock of Seagulls, not, Devo, not any stuff like that. But these guys had hits like Her Name is Rio and She Dances on the Sand. These guys were the big 80s like synth pop winners. One of the two of the creators, Mr. Nick Rhodes from Duran Duran. Happy birthday goes out to you.
Duran.
You
And
don't
they
have to
were
say
they
it
were
twice.
prevalent when
I'd say mid 80s.
MTV first came out.
Yeah, I'd say mid 80s,
So,
late 80s. Yeah.
so I'm going to say, so he was probably early 20s when he'd have to be 68.
68.
64.
Ryan's going to get it because he is actually 61 today. Happy birthday goes out to you. Nick
Going in
Rhodes.
the right decade.
Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party for you here.
Weak as fuck. Too much humidity in here. Too much humidity
it's
in
getting
here.
hot.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to blame it on. Too much humidity to sail. Well, guys, it's They Call Us the Breeze, episode 98, getting ever closer to that 100th episode. Out here with our nephew, James, just hanging out. James, having a good time? Enjoying yourself?
I'm having a great time watching y'all guess these random people's ages. I have no
He's like, I don't know any of these people.
Not one.
I don't.
Well, you know Kanye West.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for being here, man. And like we said, we had a nice jam day with you. I hung out Sunday and we jammed a lot. I feel like we played a lot of guitars on Sunday. So that's what James does when he comes over. He jams. And since we've known him, probably I want to say like 5 or 6 years old is when we probably met you. The kid's always had some sort of like nice little rhythm, a sense of rhythm. He's always kind of sat in the background when we played music, and then he started slowly kind of playing with us or picking up an instrument, or like I'd be at the piano and he was little, like maybe 8-9 years old. He'd come sit at the top end of the piano and twinkle on the top keys. And dad and mom's old back room.
Where do you rate like music in your life?
Where do I rate music? I would say it'd be number 3.
Like
It's
very top.
very up there. It's very
Yeah.
one of the important things in my life.
Well, it's
One of the things
been
I should
amazing
focus
to
on
watch
more.
you like progress, like 100%. Like Uncle Remy was like at work. He was like, "Dude, he's getting really good." And I was like, "Well, for you to say that because you don't really give those
Well, no,
accolades
like,
out
I
that
came
much."
over-
I was like, and
I came over on Sunday, and like I said, we jammed for a little bit. And I don't remember what song. I've been trying to remember what song it was, but it was something simple we were doing on acoustics. And I was probably doing some sort of lead part. And I taught him kind of the basics of this song, but then like it had kind of like a slightly weird switch from the verse to the chorus. And once I played it like once or twice, like he immediately understood what the song was. And
It was a Beatles song.
he knew which verse, chorus to go to. He knew when to switch. I didn't have to teach him that part.
what song was it? You
I don't remember.
It was
but-
a Beatles one. It was like a violins.
Eleanor Rigby,
no,
probably.
we weren't. We actually, I know that I play that with him quite a bit, but it was not that. I don't remember. I couldn't for the life of me remember. But,
Boys to Men.
But it was either way. It was, or maybe it was like a silly love song. I don't remember.
Oh, silly love
I mean, we
songs.
did
We
jam
were
on
playing
that,
that.
but that's not what I'm talking about. There was something that he played that he just like followed me right along. Well, then he, he always. The best part about James and the worst part about James is he loves that piano, and sometimes he'll just keep playing that piano all day long. And today I told him to play what he'd been playing for me on Sunday for Uncle Ryan over here, and Uncle Ryan was standing just close enough to get a little sample of it.
Yeah.
Here's that sample.
Okay, so what am I?
Oh, that
The whole thing?
old song.
So
Bar song. Bar saloon song.
It just sounds cool. Very ragtime. I love it.
And at that time, Gladys come walking down the staircase. So,
Here he goes.
Get your cold beer here.
so, Frank, what are you doing in town today? You just ride into town today? Would you like
That's
to
the
go
guy that shot my
upstairs?
paw.
Well, darling,
That's the guy who shot my paw. Ryan's doing his fucking old timey shit.
My flapper, yeah?
Let's go.
It could be an old Western saloon movie.
Like I say,
early
we
days, or it could be a
gotta-
silent movie music.
We got to get this kid in to.
Very
we're gonna write a
freaking good,
fucking
man.
musical. We need
Yeah,
to write a
yeah,
musical
yeah,
and have
yeah.
James score the whole like.
We'll
and
walk
all right,
around
go
like
for this and-
what's his name, Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, that'd be so
With
good.
that-
But yeah, so music's very important. We've established that. I had a
yeah.
question for you. Like, have you ever thought about starting a band, or is that just something that
I
not
have-
a lot of kids do these days?
Oh yeah, no, it's
Because I mean, when we were
want
our
to
age
start
back,
a-
when we were your age back, when we were in,
the difference between what you were able to do and what I'm able to do today is major. Like today, all the kids want to do is play video games. I want
I
to
get
start
that,
a
yeah.
band,
Yeah.
but none of my friends just want to do it. They just stay inside and play video games.
Now,
all
do
day.
any of them play instruments like on
One
their
of
own?
them plays guitar, but he's not really serious about it.
Well, he probably just sits in the corner of his room and he plays video games most of
Oh
the time.
yeah, he does.
That's the eat up of this new culture, man. I mean, there's only
ZZ
so many
Top came
kids,
from
like,
where you're at.
like I had video games when I started playing guitar. I mean, like I remember like being 12 years old playing Nintendo 64, listening to Foo Fighters, and learning how to play guitar. Like that was all I had to worry about at 12 years old.
Yeah,
That's
but,
all
well,
I did.
That's
And
now
mowed
it's
the lawn
all
maybe a couple
all
times.
it is now. It's just Call of Duty, Fortnite. And that's all.
Now, like, if you
And
were
I
to, like...
remember when you guys bought, had Mom buy Guitar Hero, and I'm like, what is the point? They can all play a guitar. Why
It's
would
super
they-
fun. It's super fun. It's actually you'd actually really enjoy it. It's fun. It's,
So, let me
video
ask
Oh,
you...
I tried it.
yeah, it's the video game version of what we do. I mean,
Yeah, and I was
Hero.
like, no.
Yeah.
I tried it before, but you got to buy the guitar and
yeah.
yeah.
So, like, what instrument, like, if you were to be a part of a band, would you want to play? Like,
It'd
that
probably
first
be-
grab is my instrument.
It'd probably be the drums.
The
Yeah.
drums. Okay, so...
With that in mind,
I
do you
think there
do you
should
help
be,
write
like,
the
some-
songs at all? Sorry, do you help write the songs?
Yeah, I have when I was in a band, like in a buddy.
But even
friends
in a
band.
drummer position, you'll still make sure you get with the lead singer, guitar player, whoever's writing
Yeah,
the
I
songs.
make sure they're in check. Yeah.
Fuck, did you hear that?
There should be a...
Tell Don Henley and Glenn
Make
Fry.
sure
get
they
in
are-
there
you're
and
making,
bust
you're
the
making
thing
your uncle
apart.
very happy right now with
That's
those
Joe
kind of
Walsh
words.
over here. He's like, or Don Henley over here. I make sure Glenn Fry and Joe Walsh know
Dude,
they're
there
in check.
has to be some kind of like Facebook network where like if he plays drums, can link up with someone across the world that
Yeah,
plays
this is a predicament, man,
guitar,
because this is just
and then
not-
they can create like an album across the world and
Like postal
you know,
service, basically.
basically, yeah.
Sort of, you know. No, I like that. That's a good idea. But yeah, it must be tough because that's kind of what I assumed in asking the question. I assumed.
I
that
would have
a-
guessed he was going to say guitar.
Well, no, I mean like a lot of kids just don't play anymore, and even if they do, and even if they're dad,
It's like
band-wise,
it's
what he wanted to
virtual
play.
reality. It would probably
and,
be VR.
And why
you
should
know?
they? And why should they? Because I mean, like, there's not really a whole lot of like rock bands around that you
Oh,
fall
no.
in love with anymore. Like, you know, that's why I started learning to play because I was in love with, you know, Blink-182
I got
and
lucky when
Sublime
I,
and stupid bands like that. But you know,
I got lucky when I started with my mom. Actually, more of this was caused by my mom, which I have her to thank because she got me into '80s because that's all she listened to while I was growing up, and I got into '80s, and now I like the bands that you like, and that's what got me into music.
well, we were doing, like I said, we jammed on Psycho Killer, so he now
Well,
has a new intro.
And the
to
thing is,
the
I
Talking
mean,
Heads.
like he reiterated, there's so much video games out there. You can go online. You don't even have to meet up. You can just communicate from one person to the
So,
next right
But
over your.
Psycho Killer, that was a blast.
Yeah.
But to your point,
But
economically,
you can't actually hold on. You can't say that live on the air. You can't
Yeah.
say Psycho Killer
But-
was a blast. You
but-
just can't. You'll get canceled.
Back
in
Don't
the
say
old
Psycho
days-
Killer
Our-
was a blast.
Back in the old days of the classic rock and rollers like Joe Walsh and Don Henley and Glenn
hell
Fry
yeah.
and anybody else, Led Zeppelin, Marshall Tucker Band, Steve Miller Band, they didn't have that shit. So they're hanging out with their buddies in the garage. Oh, I think I could play one of those.
Yeah,
And that's how,
Yeah.
and that's why And like you said, there's nobody that you fall in love with anymore. All those groups in the classic 60s and 70s classic rock were different from one another.
Yeah.
And it might have been geography-wise where they came from. I mean, you got Marshall Tucker and those guys way over in North Carolina and
Right,
Appalachian.
exactly.
You got all those guys in the West Coast.
ZZ Top from Texas. You got
And you guys got in Texas, and then you got
people
your
up
Detroit
in Seattle,
guys.
and you got people up in Washington. You
And
got
your
people
Michigan,
in California.
your Detroit guys.
Yeah. Even a lot of bands from Arizona, like, I mean, a lot of bands.
And
from
they-
Arizona.
They were all
Jacksonville's home
different,
to
you
one
know.
of
They
the
had a
best
different
bands
sound,
that I
and
know.
I don't know if it was because they
not
were
best.
geographically separated and what they were used to, but
So,
they sounded different.
can I get one Professor Nerdhead minute?
Okay.
Mind your tongue, Professor Nerdhead.
I think a lot, think about jesters for Royal. Back in the day, they were like, they were swine, right? You would kill a jester if you didn't make you happy or whatever. But I believe
Jesus Christ, Ryan, you're getting real
Fast
freaking
forward,
dark.
and
You're
then
going
you
way
go-
back.
fast forward to the 70s and stuff, there was only X amount of instruments, whatever you can get your hands on. People
Luthier,
didn't have
they had the luthier.
people didn't have the means to just grab a guitar for your kid. Now,
Yeah.
and then the 80s, 90s happened, so every kid has it. But think about from 2023 on, dude. I don't think there's going to be a lot of guitar players out there because people won't spend the time to honestly try to
Well, the
learn
thing
the
is,
guitar.
you have to
Yeah,
start
I
that
don't
sort
think-
of thing when you're a kid.
So we're coming back up, guys.
Well,
if you know how to play
you
guitar,
have to start
we're
that
gonna-
sort of thing as a kid before you ever have to worry about having a job.
And you you got to be
And a
influenced
girlfriend,
in a way
you know
that's
what I mean?
like
Dude, you need to give it 8,
by
10
uncles
years.
and stuff that say, listen to these guys. These
Also
guys are
true.
great guitar
Also
players.
true. Yeah, you need the influence of people around you. You need to make sure you're young enough to not be distracted by girls and jobs.
So it goes back to the
But
jester
I
for
think
the Royals.
The important part is nobody has patience today, and learning guitar is not a overnight thing.
And
sucks.
you'll be like a savant
tried
in
it.
20
It sucks.
years.
It's hard.
You will be at a premium. If you play an instrument in 20 years, I think you will be able to charge a premium.
All
I'm
right,
not
Real-
discounting John Denver in any kind of a way, but a
Sunshine
lot
on
of people can
goddamn
learn
house.
to play, country roads, 3-chord song, and think they're a guitar player or whatever. But
James is significantly better than that.
absolutely. So you really, like James is saying, you really got to apply yourself and practice if you want to be an accomplished or get better.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bunch of them that get a guitar from their parents or whatever, and they
It
learn.
sits in the fucking corner.
And they're like, "Oh, I can play this song," and it's a simple little song.
They get distracted these days.
Well, not so much that, but when you pick up a guitar and you start learning, something inside you makes you want to get better and play more and learn more.
Passion.
If it ain't in there, you're just gonna. I'm happy with just learning that song.
I'll tell you what, I know what makes him want to learn stuff and get better and blah, blah, is he knows he comes over here twice a year and he's got to show off for us. And that, and that's-
100%.
And he's
half
gonna
the-
be
walking
judged.
across-
That's 100%
half
what
the-
drives me
yeah,
usually at
that's
home.
half-
I practice piano at home.
Oh, we planted the seed, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a good time.
It's
And
nourishing.
And
great
you're
bounty.
watering it. You're watering it every time I come over.
Yeah, see, we water the see, very, very smart individual, very smart. Faith in humanity has been restored tonight because we've been talking to a 15-year-old kid who has a good head on his
How about
shoulders.
tomorrow?
And
Probably
and
a different.
Well, tomorrow
different story.
something's going to happen. Something's going to hit the news, and we're going to be doomed again. But for today, we can be happy in knowing that we have kids like James wandering the earth at age 15, and we're very proud of you, kid. And you're going to hang out with us for the rest of the show, right?
Oh yeah.
All right,
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're taking a little.
What time's your
halftime break.
limousine pick you up?
I got it scheduled for about 6:45.
Yeah, he's going to TRL Square and he's going to wave at the.
We're
yeah.
flying him out to New York. He should be at JFK by 8:30 tonight.
I thought you were flying in
It's
LaGuardia.
a big day for me. I
JFK.
haven't done something like this ever. It's
We're
gonna
not.
be a big day.
All right, we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. Bye bye.
All right.
You're still on meth, Cheryl. Shut up.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
That's right. It don't matter. None of this matters. Guys, welcome back to episode 98 of They Call Us The Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from that tiger cage that you love so much. We're out here with our nephew, James, chilling.
Bonjour.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoying yourself, as usual. And, of course, Dad, everybody's here.
We all here.
We all here.
We all out,
yeah, we had some fun. We're halftime through the show right now. And I'm going to get into something I haven't done in a little while. A little Did You Know That? And tonight's edition, I have a little bit of a story that I found. Now, I know I claim to know a lot about the Beatles, and I feel like I do, but I came across a couple things. It was like a rabbit hole effect. I studied one story, and I was like, I've never heard this before.
Practicing?
And then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. So we're going to get into that. It's time for Did You Know That?
Did you know that?
I did not know that. Can you believe it?
Russell, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize that.
And I learned something today.
All right, so a little something about the Beatles you might not have known, and I did not know. The band, they got their start. They were called the Mercy Beat Band. They were Long John and the Silver Beatles. They have officially changed their name to Beatles, just Beatles, on December 17th of 1960 at the Liverpool's Casbah Coffee Club. When they performed live. Paul himself says, after Hamburg, it wasn't too good. He said, everyone needed a rest, and I expected everyone to be ringing me to discuss what we were going to do next. So they went to Germany, I've told you this, Dad, where they basically got sent home from Hamburg because George Harrison was 17, and someone found out about that. So they come home from that, and everyone just kind of like relaxes and just goes about their lives, and for 2-3 weeks no one's ringing him. And he said, I thought they'd be ringing me to discuss what we were going to be doing, but it was all quiet on the Western Front. This is a quote from Paul McCartney himself. He said, none of us called each other, so I wasn't so much dejected as puzzled, wondering whether it was going to be the end of this band or if we were going to
how long had they played together at that point?
At that point, I mean, they probably played maybe a year together, and then they went over
Which is not really long.
to Germany for like a year, and they played a residency, and then they came back, and they were worn out. I mean, the shit they went through in Hamburg, like, and they were staying in a bunk beds in a back room in the bar. They did that for like a month or two straight. And they used to do like speedballs, speed basically, and try to stay awake. And they started experimenting a little bit with alcohol and everything. And it became a little weird for them. So when they got back, it was like Paul said, all was quiet on the Western Front. He said, so he started working at a coil winding factory called Massey and Coggins. And he says, my dad, I wish I could do it the whole time. He said, my dad had told me, you need to go out and get a job. And he said, I got a job. I'm in a band. But after a couple of weeks of doing nothing with the band, it was, no, you have to go out and get a proper job. He virtually chucked me out of the house. He said, get a job or don't come back. So I went to the employment office, and I said, I'll take whatever you have right there on the top of the pile. And what that was, like he said, a coil winding factory, sweeping the floors. So he started sweeping the floors. And this is after the fucking Beatles were literally, basically the Beatles. Pete Best was still the drummer. Ringo wasn't the drummer, but, this was back then. And he took this job and he started sweeping the floor of this coil winding factory. A lot of sheet metal, a lot of shards of metal doing this shit. And the upper management, they were like, listen, you, come over here. And they pulled him over and they're like,
you told them to me.
They're like, why are you sweeping floors? You're management
Sweeping
material.
pretty good, Mike.
You're management material. You right there. So basically, they offer him a like management job. He said he went to the personnel officer. He said, we can't have you sweeping the yard. You're management material. And they started training him to the shop floor. And of course, he was he wasn't a very good coil winder. He says so. So. He says right here.
I want coils, but I understand the significance they have in electric guitars.
He says one day, finally, after about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I don't know. But one day, John Lennon and George Harrison, they walked up into the shipyard or into the factory yard. And they said, we got a gig at the Cavern Club, the famous Cavern Club, where finally, eventually Ringo comes in and then Beatles to play the Cavern Club. And he said, no, I got a steady job here. It pays £17, 14 shillings a week. And it's pretty good. And they're training me up for management material. And then he thought about it and he's like, you know what? That was my dad that tried to force me into this. And we have an opportunity here.
And screw off, Dad.
And that's exactly what he did. He was like, screw off, Dad. You know, like he did
I'm playing music.
He did the rebel thing that you do to your father at some
Thank
point.
God he did
You know,
that.
when you
Right.
start a band and
Right.
then you become a rebel. Remy, what's that like?
I never got to do that.
Well, you have a lot. You're not
I mean, it was
middle of
fun.
high
It was
school?
fun.
Great decision, Paul.
I definitely wish I in retrospect, I wouldn't change anything, but I definitely wish I wouldn't have like been so blindsided or put my blinders on to any other opportunities in life while I was in that headspace for 6-8 years of my life.
Going back to like Paul, if he would have taken that job, he made CEO,
Well, that's where
do
they
you
were- that's what they
believe
were
in the
grooming him
butterfly?
for.
Do you believe in the butterfly effect that another band eventually would have
See,
came
I didn't know
along
that.
and
Like-
No.
would have wrote in those kind of
No, he would have
or written
counseled
those kind of
younger people
structures? Do you think
that come in
a
late
different-
to work. Oh, well, I have a band and we were up late last night.
Do you think the
And
Beatles-
it's a
Let me hear your
hobby.
songs. Let me hear your songs. Yeah, and then he'd start producing whoever young Jimmy, who works on the shop floor. He's like, I've got a band. Yeah. He's like, well, let me hear your tunes, mate. Yeah, and then he starts like, you should do a G here instead of an A.
You're never gonna make anything
turn
of
it,
that. But you're good.
But it's
you're
weird to
good,
think
you're-
that like he almost was a suit, and then they, but then of course the rest is history. Somehow Ringo gets involved right in
and now
that
he
time.
owns plenty of suits.
Yeah, and now
See, that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
alien.
Whatever suit he
That
wants
is
to
the
buy.
alien.
Did you know that?
No,
Did you know that?
Also, John Lennon used to sleep in a coffin for
I
a
could
very little
see
while.
that, weirdo.
that's a little Michael Jackson.
So you're saying he just found a
He
coffin
would
and
sleep in a coffin. Yeah, only for a little while. Only for a little while. It wasn't weird or anything because it was only for a little while.
I only did it for a little bit.
Yeah, according to one of their former managers, when they played
Until the very end, and he
yeah.
did it forever.
well, yes, yeah, about 1982.
I think it's a good, exercise in you predicting your future.
But according to one
I
of
fit
their
this?
former managers, when they used to play a residency at, it's called the Jacaranda Coffee Bar. Alan Williams, one of their managers, he had an old abandoned coffin in the backstage in the premises, and Lennon used to just go in there and take naps, like because they were playing residencies, and they had to
Don't
play
shut the lid. We can't
two
find
sets.
the key.
They play the afternoon set, and then they play the 7:30 show is completely different from the 1:30 show, and he would go take a nap in a coffin.
I mean, depending on what grade
Hello?
of coffin you're buying, it's probably.
Could you imagine
pretty
somebody
quiet,
walking back
pretty
there?
dark.
Could you shut the lid?
it's probably pretty peaceful. to
Yeah,
be
I
honest
mean,
with you.
Klystron,
No, open the lid. I
Klystron,
can't get no air.
dude, Klystron's been going to our closet now because he realizes it's quiet and it's dark, and you just hear
He
the
might want to
sliding.
sleep in a
I
coffin.
You hear the sliding closet doors open up, and he just
a
goes
closet,
in there. And
quiet,
he just,
cool, dark. I mean,
Well, if
I don't
only
blame
he
him.
had opposable thumbs and he could actually close the closet door behind him.
Dude.
Because he goes in there, but now it's not as dark as like he found it. You know what I mean? He's shit. I
you
got
could
this.
easily push it. You push.
oh,
the
he
door
noses
closed.
it because there's a slot for his nose. There's a little nudge. So yeah. He puts a little effort in.
Speaking of pets, John Lennon's love for cats was almost excessive. I learned today, and I learned
Like
something
Freddie Mercury.
today.
Did you know that?
Yeah. So apparently, just as much as I do, John Lennon loved himself some cats. He owned over a dozen cats.
Wow.
Though he owned a
dozen.
couple of dogs, he preferred the company of his feline friends. As a kid, he had a cat named Elvis Presley. But one day, John discovered Elvis was
On the
a female when she gave birth to a litter of kittens.
Oh,
He still continued to call her Elvis Presley anyway. So,
Well,
yeah.
they way back when they first came over and played
Kittens?
Ed Sullivan or whatever.
sorry.
They spent time out with Elvis in Bel Air, California,
Absolutely.
way back when Elvis had a place out
Well,
there.
he
It was a big
specifically
deal.
invited them.
They
because-
idolized Elvis Presley.
But he also felt threatened a little bit, so he was
Absolutely.
like, "Come see my kingdom, little boys." You know what I
baby.
mean? Like,
Yeah, but it was an intimidating thing on his part.
it was a power
he
move.
thought.
It was a power move.
Yep.
Yeah, very political.
But they were, and they jammed. They would just jam out there. He would
No,
give them a place to sleep. They'd stay at his house.
He would
I
teach
read
them
an
kung
interview
fu.
where Lennon was like, he had this old Squire bass guitar, or not old, but a Squire bass guitar in the living room with a small bass amp. And he just picked it up and started playing it. Then I got on the acoustic guitar, and like that. That's you know
I'm
what I
sure
mean?
that happened 2 or 3 times when they were first over here
Yeah.
out there because they became
64, 65.
friends. Yeah,
right around there.
and he would have them out more than once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, another did you know that fact? Yesterday's original title was Scrambled Eggs.
Or what?
Scrambled eggs.
Oh.
He said, Paul McCartney said, I woke up with a lovely tune in my head. I thought, that's great. I wonder what that is. There was an upright piano next to me, and right next to the bed of the window. I got out of bed, I sat at the piano. I liked the melody a lot because I dreamt it. I couldn't believe I'd written it. So Paul McCartney wrote the melody for Yesterday from a dream, and then to avoid forgetting it, he started working with lyrics, just throwing out random lyrics, and he said, "Scrambled eggs, oh my baby, how I love your legs, but not as much as I love scrambled eggs."
Oh, really?
Yep.
Are you?
And then, so the song "Scrambled Eggs," which eventually turned into Yesterday, it became a huge hit, but it started out as scrambled eggs, and now I'm kind of hungry.
I like
some
scrambled eggs.
I do like me some. I like mom's
with
scrambled
cheese.
eggs.
Oh my
gosh. With
this may come off as
milk,
a little harsh,
milk
y'all,
and
but
Kraft
I
American
like my
singles.
scrambled eggs with hot sauce.
Well, no, I mean that's after the fact, but to make them, you got to do it mom's way. Put some milk and put some Kraft American singles.
You have to put some.
Who doesn't make scrambled eggs that way?
Not a lot of people. Dad don't. Dad used to just crack us straight eggs and serve us
Well,
yellow
milk.
ass.
No.
Oh yeah, and he used to, if we didn't drink it.
Oh, you did put milk in there. Okay.
I always put milk in it.
All right. I'll step off.
And I'll sprinkle some cheese, fine grated cheese on there every now and then. If somebody says, "Can we have cheese?"
Little
on this?"
omelet
But
style.
I generally
omelet style.
Yeah, I generally don't. I like scrambled eggs. Just
all right. Last fact we have to come up with. James, cover your ears. George Harrison. Wait, that doesn't work because his headphones are on. But yeah, George Harrison lost his virginity, and the other Beatles were in the room and cheered when he finished. That's a fun fact. So he just, I'm not going to get into detail, but he said, I was in the bunk room, and there was bunk beds, and it was in Germany when they were in Hamburg, and there was a German dancer, and he said all the boys just kind of stayed silent. Everybody pretended like they were sleeping, and then when the young lady left, everybody just started. That boy, George.
Good show, boy.
So some things
I can't believe you had the energy after the double set.
That's right, mate. That's right. I thought he was passing out during the second set, mate. All right, good. You got some yellow jackets in him. But that was Did You Know That, guys? Beatles edition.
Russell, did you realize that?
No, I did not realize that.
And I learned something today.
I did. I learned a lot.
That's right.
I honestly feel like I will not hear scrambled eggs now when I listen to it.
Scrambled eggs.
Like, what was it? Legs? Like
it was scrambled eggs.
Also, he had a lot of songs. Like
we jam out with
what
that
was
song?
the other?
We had to sing those lyrics.
When he went
dreaming of breakfast.
No, it was scrambled eggs. Oh my baby, how I love your legs. Not as much as I love scrambled eggs.
So Paul remembers his dreams a lot because Yesterday came from a dream. I mean, Lucy and this guy.
Lucy.
Baby.
It's debated Lucy was between a dream or someone. Lennon's kid Julian drew a painting of a little person with a bunch of diamonds in the sky that he was trying to draw stars, and he just.
Yeah, and then the third story,
and he had he had a different name for Lucy. I think when he was writing it, like Jessie or something, and then he was like, and then he changed it to Lucy at the very last minute. So the Lucy part doesn't mean anything. You think just picked that name?
You think it was Amy? Because Amy want
raindrop drink. Amy, good gorilla. Amy want raindrop drink. Guys, they call us the Breeze. We're gonna take a quick little break. We'll be right back. James, what do you say?
Just keep listening, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Stay in for the next segment.
Stay tuned. We got more to come.
All right, Ryan.
James, get in the room. You'll be back in 10 minutes.
We're going to watch
we'll
in the next segment, we're going to watch tears roll out of his eyes.
Crocodile tears.
My gosh.
Crocodile tears. He's just.
I thought I recognized you.
Because it's an emotional goodbye from being
at the
end of the show.
Be. All right, guys, don't
Has
go anywhere.
To do with that hot sauce.
We'll be right back, guys. Bye.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to the final segment of episode 98 of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live coming at you from that tiger cage. This final send-off for the end of June 8th. I can't believe it's fucking June already. Are you kidding me, right? I know we say this every year, but it's just...
only 5 more months till Christmas.
Louises, you know what I mean?
Like, how many shopping days?
5?
I don't know. I just...
Something like that. I mean, my
Sooner or later, they'll count down for shopping days.
July 19th, Benny's second birthday. I'm like, I want him to stay young forever. You know
so
what I mean?
I'm on 9th Street, and how I know Fossil Park Pool's
What
open.
are you doing
so
on
I'm
9th
like,
Street?
why are people at... Oh, it's summer. And you
Oh,
just
dude,
like, you just
it's
see the people
litty-titty.
like, oh, dude, it's...
It's funny. I was like, okay, like you and I enjoyed it for like. It's funny you say that. I enjoyed it for like 1 week on my way to work because I go to work around the 2 o'clock, 2:30 hour. Where normally,
on 9th Street?
From where I have to go, Ryan, I go down 54th Avenue. So I have John M. Sexton sometimes. I have Northeast High School.
High.
And then the one after 16th Street, that little area. And then you take a left on 9th, and then you have
Payless.
Fossil Park by the
yeah.
Payless, or the old the liquor store. You have that one. And sometimes
And then you get to the light by the
sometimes I have-
library, and that's another
sometimes
one.
I have 4 fucking school zones to
Dude,
go
there's
through
a lot
on my
of
way to
school
work.
zones.
And
Lot of
it's
school zones.
so for a whole week there, where I was just like, okay, so we're done. Oh yeah, it's summer. The kid. Oh, here we go. Light it up.
It's so sweet.
As Rhonda would say.
Yeah,
you know
it
what I
gives
mean?
you
I was
like
just
10 more
let's
minutes.
Go. And then I don't know, but all the summer camp programs started at the same motherfucking time.
Well, that's what they do. It's summer camp.
And now they still have all 4 zones are 2 days in a row. I'm like, it is summer. It is hot. My AC doesn't work. I don't want to go 15 miles an hour.
But I do like cruise by that pool all the time. I'm like, I really just want to get off the
You
high
look
dive.
you look
I
over.
just want to cannibal off the
You
high
think of the
dive.
Sandlot, and you see
Who doesn't?
you see the kids in the blue shirts with staff printed on the back, and you're like, God, I remember.
I was like, you're
remember
probably
those
going to eat
days.
some Chick-fil-A after this.
He wants to
and then
be
just
like the guy,
rack
the
out.
German guy in Adam Sandler and jump in the pool.
Nick's Fotzen.
I remember these days.
It was awesome. Yeah, burning your feet on that
burning your feet,
concrete,
feeling the warm water that was on the concrete that you were about to go up the ladder and you knew that was just somebody's piss.
Like,
that was someone's piss from before you.
You're like, this is very warm.
Yeah, it's just
Super
someone's
warm.
piss. Like the guy before you peed on the ground, and you're standing.
Thank God
in it.
they put chlorine in the water.
But you know what? If I have like $2, I can go buy some bugles at the snack machine.
Wait, which kind? You going like cheddar, or you going like barbecue?
Straight up OG, baby.
Like fucking OG? What? Just tastes like salt and shame.
Well, I like to taste what people invented the category with before they went ahead
the
and just
original or
fucked it
sour
up.
cream? They have sour cream, I think.
You know what? I'm throwing everything back to the founder.
All right. Well, enough's enough. We have a caller waiting on the line. Someone who desperately wants to meet James for the first time. One of our very good friends. She calls in from time to time. Little Kyle's mom. She spoke with brother Adam last time he was here, or the time before it. I don't even remember, but I guess she's just insistent on meeting James for the first time. So we're gonna get here on the line. Miss Brenda, are you there? Brenda's
back. Brenda.
Oh, hey, buddies. Hey, guys. How y'all
What's up?
doing?
Hey, Brenda. How you
Hey,
doing?
Brenda. How are you, sweetie?
Don't call me sweetie. I already told you, don't call me sweetie. James, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Them boys been treating you good today?
I'm doing fine here.
Yeah, we've been treating him good.
Yeah, he's okay. I mean, he jammed.
I've been listening, I know.
Well, I was just saying, if you listen, we did a lot of jamming today. I mean, we had a lot of fun with him. We interviewed him. We did a cold, hard interview on James today. And if you were listening at all,
I was listening, smartass. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I just wanted to come on. How you doing, honey?
I'm doing fine here, Brenda.
Yeah. How long you been over there at the Tiger Cage?
I've been here for about maybe hour and a half. We got back from.
No, I'm not, idiot. I'm not talking about how long you been here today. I'm just saying how long you been over at the Tiger Cage, like in general.
I've been here for a while. I've been off scenes a lot. I've been just hiding off the scenes. Off
Brendan,
camera.
I think what he's trying to say is like, you came over this past weekend and you've been hanging out for a few days, and we rescued you out of your boredom, and we brought you over to Tiger Kennel A and did some drumming.
Yeah, I heard that didn't really go too well for you guys. That makes sense.
Brenda,
what are you doing? Are you
have
riding
no
in a car?
idea.
So no, I'm hanging out here, and I took a little vacation. I'm up in New York State, and I am hanging out in the hot tub, just enjoying myself right now.
You're on vacation.
I've been hanging out. I've been doing my thing. I just really appreciate seeing James out here on the show. Finally, we have Brother Adam, but I won a little contest for best brownie recipe. And,
Congrats! You won a
You
brownie
okay,
contest.
Brenda? You don't sound too well,
Yeah,
Brenda.
it doesn't sound
Was
like you
that-
just
was
won.
that at Honeymooners?
Maybe the heat's getting to me a little bit.
I think.
Have you had
get
some
out.
Where are you
beverages?
where are you located right now, Brenda?
Like I said, I'm in the Hamptons, or not the
I would doubt that a woman
You're
like
in
you
the-
is spending your time in
New
the
York.
Hamptons. Where are you? You're in New York.
I'm in Hampton Inn, and I'm at the hot.
Oh yeah, that makes sense,
I'm
Brenda.
at the hot.
How many
tub.
drinks have you had?
Well, I've had like 6 Seagram's strawberry kiwis.
Jesus Christ, Brenda.
And the mini bar? Have you gotten
You're in
into
New
that?
York. Is the hot tub indoors?
No, why would I need to worry about that?
You're in New York right now. The air quality. Have you noticed anything different when you?
Well, when I was out earlier today, it smelled a lot like bonfires.
Yeah, the Canadian
And
wildfires.
everything was just getting real cloudy, but like I just figured maybe there was some guinea smoking a cigar.
All right, Brenda.
Maybe you
that's-
should,
We
like-
don't say guinea. No, Brenda. Have you not heard the news at all?
What news?
There's a forest fire going on in Canada right now. So
yeah,
what you're
blowing
smelling
down.
is you're getting all the fumes. They're giving you guys advisories to not go outside right now. You're stuck in the middle vacationing.
Cheap flight? I mean,
I'm just saying I just had like 4 or 5 of these Seagram's strawberry kiwis, and I'm just feeling kind of good. And I know it's like popping a pill while you try and drink. You hop in a hot tub, it gets it going a little bit faster. You know, your blood starts boiling.
Brenda,
you're
you need to
saying
get
it's
out
just
of
like-
Brenda. Get out of the hot
Yeah,
tub
you
right now and
need-
get back inside your
or at
hotel
least
room.
like
Pull
put
yourself
ankles
down.
in.
I don't care what the Hampton Inns.
And for the sake of your lungs.
Oh, my
The Hampton
goodness.
Inn should be out there telling people to get inside and not be at the pool right now.
Yeah, do you have like?
Absolutely.
No one's out here that I can tell. I'm just.
You already said your goodbyes to
God,
FaceTime
it
with
smells like
Kyle.
It
already.
smells like a bonfire. It smells like, I'm getting my s'mores
The
out.
city of New York hadn't put out a warning about people with
They did. They said.
breathing problems.
They said if you.
Stay with us, Brenda.
Brenda, you need to get inside
you need
right
to,
now.
You need to like. Can I go
dead ass
ahead and
serious.
can I ask
No,
some questions
they
right
just
now?
They said if you're Subaru,
Subaru. Do you drive a Subaru?
kangaroo.
Brenda, get your ass inside right now. It's
Yeah.
not safe for you.
Yeah.
just-
Who's the president
No.
right now, Brenda?
Barack Obama. I know
No,
that.
get her out. Get her out of there.
Brenda, get your
her
ass
out of
inside.
there.
Brenda,
Go
stop.
inside right now.
Get
I'm just saying, James, it was nice to meet you. And breathe.
Well, this might be the last time you be meeting me.
I mean, yeah, like
You
Brenda.
gonna get your ass inside.
Sign off. All right. Okay.
Brenda.
Hello.
Brenda. All right, shit. All right.
Oh.
Shit. We need to. Oh, shit.
Well, we're gonna make sure.
Somebody, we need
offline,
to.
we need to call that
Yeah,
hotel.
we need to call. What was that? She said it was the Hamptons, but then she said the Hampton Inn. Is she
I
somewhere
don't
in
know
New
where-
York?
Yeah.
Do we need to like?
How many Hampton Inns
bet
do you
she's
think
not
there
even-
are in
I
New
think
York?
there's a lot.
I think we.
She's probably staying at La Quinta.
All right,
and
we're
she
gonna
just
divide it
saw
up. We have
something.
4 of us here. We're all right after the show right here. We're gonna end the show. We're gonna go ahead and get a phone book out. We'll get all the greater Hampton Inns in the New York State area. We'll divide and conquer. Can I get agreements on that,
Yes.
guys?
Yeah,
we need
yeah.
to figure out
Yeah, we need
where
to
Brenda
we need
is
to
and get
Goonie
her
this
ass.
thing
Oh
right
my
now.
god. Guys, if you're in New York or you're anywhere in that area, just stay the hell inside, please, because this shit is dangerous. But also, James, thank you so much for being on the show tonight, buddy.
Yeah,
I hope
that
you
was
had a
great.
good
That
time.
was great. It
Guys,
was.
make sure you guys are going out there to Tiger Cage Media on YouTube and subscribing and ringing that little bell for the notifications.
Ding, 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 ding,
That's
ding,
right.
ding, ding,
And we love you so much. We're coming back with episode 99, even one closer still to that episode 100 next week. So don't go anywhere.
See you
Set
next
those
week.
notifications. We'll see you Thursday at 3 and forever. every one of you out there that doesn't want to watch, make sure you go out and get us every Monday wherever you get your podcast drip, guys. We love you so much. We'll see you guys. Good night, James. Thank you so much for being on here.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, it was great being down here.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Bye. Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Good night.
We love you. We'll see you. Bye.
Make sure you come back next Thursday.